Hello, class. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about a renewable resource that covers a large percentage of the Earth's surface. Can you guess what it is? Water. That's right. How much of the Earth's surface is covered with water? Let's explore. I'm going to toss this globe up and catch it. Each time I catch it, let's see if my thumb lands on land or water. Now, if we do a little math to figure out how much is covered with water and how much is covered with land, ideally your thumb will land on land 5 times, which is 25%, and water 15 times, which is 75%. So an approximation of the water-land ratio on Earth is 71% water and 29% land. So we figured out that 71% of the Earth is covered in water and 29% is covered in land. And scientists have actually determined that to be true. So what are the different types of water that cover 71% of our Earth? Is it all just oceans? No. There are all kinds of water on Earth. It is the only element on Earth that exists naturally in all 3 states: solid, liquid, and gas. There are icebergs and glaciers, and there are rivers and streams, lakes, wetlands. There is even water held underground in the soil or in crevices in rocks called groundwater. I wonder how all that different kind of water is spread out on the Earth. This liter of water represents all the water on our Earth. We're going to divide it and show how much of each type of water exists on Earth. So we have our icebergs and our glaciers here. We have our groundwater here. We also have our lakes here. And then we have our wetlands here. Let's use this eyedropper and this graduated cylinder to measure just how much water goes into each of these containers. This liter of water represents ocean water. It's the majority of what the world is made up of. These containers represent all of the different places that the ocean water goes to. For example, we have glaciers. They make up about that much percentage of the Earth's water. Then we have groundwater. That makes up about that percentage of the Earth's water. Then we have lakes. They make up about that and maybe a few more drops. Then we have wetlands. Wetlands only make up about the rest is ocean water. We're going to pour this salt into the ocean water because it is in fact salt water. So there it is. This is how it all breaks down. I mean, all living things need water to survive. Us humans alone use it to grow food, bathe, and drink. Good thing 71% of the Earth is covered in it. But there are so many different sources we can get it from. Which source of water accounts for almost all of Earth's water? The oceans, huh? But can we survive on salt water from the ocean? I guess not. Is it too much salt for human bodies to process? Probably, yeah. We could probably die from it. Well then, how much of the world's water is fresh water that we can actually use? Only 3%. Well, we need to be sure to use that fresh water wisely, since it's so limited. I know a couple of ways I can help to do that would be turning off the faucet when it's not used and taking shorter showers. Can you think of other ways to help? Where do you think all of this fresh water is located? There are many sources of fresh water in the eastern United States, where Baltimore is located. Dry areas, often areas where there are deserts, including the Sahara, Central Asia, and the western United States and Western Australia, have very few lakes, rivers, and wetlands. And now that I think about it, We can't just drink straight from the frozen fresh water like the icebergs and glaciers or permanent snow on mountains and near the poles either. Water is considered a renewable resource because it is recycled through the water cycle. However, the amount of water on Earth is not infinite. We cannot make water. Remember, learning about the water cycle and the water we have on Earth today is the same water that was on Earth at the time of the dinosaurs. The amount of water on Earth will always be the same. And although water is considered a renewable resource, there is some debate on whether or not that will change over the long term. As the population increases, the demand for water increases. Pollution contaminates available water, making it unusable. Fresh water is unevenly distributed across the globe, making it difficult for many people to access clean water. So in conclusion, for our lesson today, we learned that the availability of fresh water that we have on Earth is just a drop in the bucket. That means it is small compared to the total amount of water on Earth. It is important that we take action and we each do our part to conserve or save this vital resource. I'm going to remember that the next time I brush my teeth. What can you do to help conserve water? Thanks so much for learning with me today. Bye-bye.